का है, उसके बाद we'll go ahead. ठीक है. Okay, I'm sharing link to you, so you also join. Okay. So let me back on our class. So guys, I'm starting today the file control in Zscaler ZIA, right? Let me open my whiteboard and I need to open the admin portal as well so that I can log in on that. PTCA 90 15 admin @trustexchange.com. My screen is visual. Jit, show me how it look like. Okay, great, cool. It's okay. Where is my phone, Ranjit? Where is my phone? You can see there. Call on my number. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to put OTP on that because it's asking OTP to log in. Where is my phone? Let me play sound. See where is. Okay. Thank you. So let me sign in with QR code. Add passkey, right? Okay. Now I'm able to log in on that. So let me start the today topic. We are going to discuss about, you can see, file type control, right? So what is the file type control on the Zscaler ZIA? So guys, file type control. So ideally I will tell you how it used, right? So in the, if you can see in the URL filtering, basically what you are doing, you are blocking the URLs, right? So you are blocking the URLs means whether it's a social media URL or any online streaming websites like YouTube, or you can say any chat, AI tools like chat GPT and all. So you can block all website under URL filtering. So second option, you got a cloud app. Under cloud app you can block any application, as I mentioned that, right? Whether it's chat GPT, whether it's Google Gemini, whether it's Perplexity, whether it's a Grok, right? So you can block based on the requirement. So I already covered this in previous live batches, so you can maybe go through batch 1, part 1 of live troubleshooting. But this is core focus on the file control type, right? So see, you can block URL, you can block the application. Now suppose I want to block some file type. When I say file type, means I'm talking about .pdf, .txt, .jpg, right? .apk, .exe. So these are the all file types. Suppose you got a requirement from the client and client is saying, hey, could you block that .exe file so that no one can download that? So I can do that. So you have an option in Zscaler called a cloud application, right? So under the cloud application, sorry, my bad, file type control, you can block the extension of the file, right? So let me tell you how it works, right? So also blocking happen in both direction. Okay, so when you go to the action, you got a three option under action of the file type control. One is the you can allow, right, and the other one is you can block. Third one is the you can casual, means you want to give error notification to user, right? So allow means allow, block means block. This is casual is ideally what happen. You are basically telling to the user, are you sure you want to visit it on that website? If user click on continue, they will visit. Otherwise, they will go back if they by mistakenly click on that, right? Now, okay. So the direction which suppose okay, I will give you the use case so that you guys may be aware about that what is the actual use of file type control. Sometime vendors are using the Google Drive or Dropbox, so that they are sharing their invoices, maybe they are sharing their document related to business, right? So if somebody asking you, could you please, I want, suppose you again got a ticket from the customer and saying that I want to download any PDF file from the Dropbox, right? From the Dropbox, and or I can say leave it the Dropbox, because Dropbox you can maybe complete this task through the cloud application, because cloud application you got an option to download or upload. I can say anything you're coming from, like from any website, user can download the PDF file, but they cannot upload anything as a PDF because of maybe company have a sensitive document which I haven't permission to user to upload, right? In that case, so how can achieve that? You can put the rule on the file type control and mention that any user coming from any website and file type is PDF, the download direction should be download and allow, right? So now we're back on the PDF, then I will back on our lab, right? Or I can directly jump on the lab. So if you go under file control, where it get, you can go into policy. Under policy, you will see the file type control, right? Under the file type control, you will see this is the option. There's a predefined policies. So I need to focus on one which actually I can say upload and download. You can see this is the rule. Let me review that rule. What is that? Okay, so because this rule is dedicated only allow the downloading, you can see the direction of the file upload or download is download and allow. So no one can upload anything on that website, just a download. So let me look up from above, right? You can see guys, this what is used already I covered in yesterday live, but I will tell you the rule order. Rule order basically Zscaler always work from top to bottom. So whatever the rule come first, Zscaler match that, and after that it stop looking rest of rule. So rule order is interesting one, right? So any basically whenever you are implement any rule, you make sure that you are putting the correct rule number, right? In your firewall you also care about that. If you are putting wrong rule number between, suppose you are allowing something is any deny, and you are putting that rule on the top, rest of rule you are putting on the down, it means the rule always look up the any deny and traffic should drop. The traffic never go on the down rule. So rule should be very specific. The rule order will decide where you are going to that place that rule. Basically rule order means it is position of the rule, right? Then rule name is nothing, it's just like I can say name. So every company have their own format you can use. So ideally you can, my recommendation is always use the rule name meaningful, so that if sometime you are not in shift and any another engine come in shift, and they will understand, oh, why you create that rule. So they will understand that, right? Okay. The third option is that is the enable. So if you are enabling that and you are pushing activate the rule, so rule automatically push into inspect start live traffic, right? So if you know that impact of the rule and you want to just save as it, you can say disable rule. So rule should be saved and you can activate, but the rule should not intercept until unless you enable the rule, like in your firewall, right? Enable or disable the rule. So rule level is tagging. This is nothing related to any inspection part, but you can tag that rule so that anyone can easily understand, oh, what tag of that rule, like internet FTP, right? File control, PDF. Ideally, people are not using, so leave it at default. Now go to the criteria section. This is the interesting part, right? So criteria, here is the file type, right? Sorry guys, under file type, if you see, file type is exe, right? You can see exe windows. Sorry. If I go here, I want to understand how many files format are there. You can see .exe, 64 source and Windows library. So these are the file. Maybe this guys are developer, Germany Peacock, right? So that's why it's allowed all Windows file and .exe file only download, nothing can upload, right? Suppose you have a requirement that only this guy download from the cloud, Dropbox or Google Drive, so you can select that particular category. For now, three dot means that category is any. Okay, ideally leave it as a default because you are already looking here user, so you already put the filter here, means the only rule is applicable on this user. But again, this is up to your company. If you are dealing with particular category, then you can use that, otherwise leave it any. Put the user, if you want to suppose one user or two user putting that rule, go with that user. But suppose you are looking that rule for the whole department or group of user. Anjita, आवाज कम करो. About the a group, suppose IT, or suppose you have a 10 user in IT group and you want to allow because IT people are mostly, they download the .exe file from the Office 365. Maybe they are downloading Adobe software for PDF, right? So IT users, maybe you require to given the permission to download .exe file, right? So you can select your all IT groups, ask your AD team to create one group called IT user and add all 10 people on that. So once you allow that group under IT user, so all 10 people can download that particular format, right? If you have a by default is taking 4 or 5 user by default, right? So if you have more than that, you can go with it. You maybe verify that part, right? How many user by default you can use, right? Okay. Now department is also interesting. Sometime sometime what happened? Department is basically, suppose I will tell you. Suppose you have a three department. Call one is the finance department, right? Another one is IT department, and another one is HR department. Okay, so finance is required, like suppose hdfc.com. HDFC, this is the bank website in India. IT users maybe visit I can say any service desk, something like that. HR people are suppose accessing naukri.com. Okay, so now HR people can download PDF from that. So when you are putting the rule to download PDF, so you can select the department as HR and allow URL. Under URL you allow this naukri.com for HR, right? Then you can select the IT department, and IT people are accessing servicedesk.com. Maybe they will download the attached file, maybe error screenshots, right? Or maybe PDFs which attach in the ticket. So you can allow service desk for them. And third one is finance user. These are maybe doing the transaction through HDFC bank. So you can allow, maybe they can download the statement from bank, so you can allow PDF for them for this bank website. So you can create a rule, right? You can create a rule and allow based on the department. So ideally department is if you're not selecting anything, so all users should be inspect by that rule. If you select dedicated filter, so then it will only impact that filter with that particular policy, right? So see, it's not, I cannot suggest or I cannot say that you can use by yourself, right? You should be aware about that, right? What policy you are doing based on the company requirement, you can go ahead. But my part is to explain you why you use, right? Now you can see the location. Suppose you have a 10 location, or for example you have one India location, and another one is, suppose you have a UK or US location, right? In India, maybe somebody want to access udi.government.in. This is basically Aadhaar card website, right? So if you want, people can access this website and download their PDF file as a Aadhaar card. So the location, when you are allowing this URL, the location you can define as India, right? Yes, people not interested to go on that website, right? So basically, I'm trying to explain you the example, right? How you can decide that which criteria should be matched into your part. Now you will see under the again, for US maybe they are dealing with the federation, or they are dealing with the green card, right? So a lot of US related, like in our India Aadhaar card, they have own website, right, government. So you allow those, so some person should download their identity card. Okay. So now device, so device you can decide, right? How many devices you can select the device. This rule is applicable on which devices, right? You can select based on the requirement. Ideally you leave it as a default because people are using that. You already define a lot of criteria, right? So but as a, you can say, Zscaler giving you multiple option on the filter, right? So you can granularly control your traffic, right? Any sorry, any other any other devices, you maybe not that get that option, right? You can define the minimum file size. Very interesting, right, guys? You can see how you get the option of Zscaler to as much as possible to get the more option, right? So minimum size you can select as a, maybe suppose I want, if any file minimum 10 KB, then I will allow. Or maybe any file have 100 KB or 1024 KB, which is 1 MB. So you can allow, you can define the size, but leave it by default because you don't know what, how much size of file, right? Or you can connect with your company, right? Okay. Active content means, if you enable this toggle button, apply rule to filter the active content, creating okay only Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and PDF files, right? This will be happening through active content. Unscanned file, anything which is related to unable to scan, that policy is also applicable on that, right? Unscanned file, maybe your whatever format which is not possible to scan, so that should become unscannable file. Password protector, some of the your zip bank statement are mostly, or the password protector, if you use that, so that is also part of inspection. Again I'm saying you got allow option. By the way, you got a three option, right? Allow, block, and you can see casual user notification before they are proceed. Guys, sometime you will see when user trying to access any website and they are getting that, hello, you are this page is blocked by your company, are you sure you want to access, kind of notification you are getting, user getting. So you can actually, casual means softly allow, I can say, but with the kind of notification to user. Block means totally block, user cannot access. And upload means the upload section is allowed. Download means download section is allowed, right? And this is description of the rule, which maybe you can use, which is good. Always use description, like which incident you are against allowing that rule, or which change number you are going to implement against that rule. So you can use that, right, guys? So these are the file type, that policy, how it work. Let me connect my ZCC client connector, and I want to show you, right, how it work. Give me 2 more minutes, right? Let me start. So I need to use this as a, where is this color? I'm logging on ZCC client connector, so wait please. Okay, let me put the password as well, right? Sorry guys. I will tell you how you can identify, right, whether you are connected with the Zscaler or not. So I'll back on my screen, right? I will tell you how you can identify, right, whether you are connected with the Zscaler or not. Okay, it's registering. Meanwhile, I back to my screen. So you that okay. So let me tell you guys whether I connected or not. Let me run this command, right? ip.gscaler.com. I haven't yet connected. It's registering, showing registering, right? Okay, we can wait for a moment. Okay, so meanwhile, let me check how can check the logs whether what happens. Suppose user is complaining that, hello guys, actually the problem problem sorry, the problem is I'm unable to access the PDF file, right? So how you can check that whether PDF is block or allow? So first, what you need to do, suppose user is complaining before, I can say 30 minutes, right? Or I can pick it at last 5 hours. I want to see what happened with the user from last 5 hours. So you can select add filter user. You can put the username, right? How easy to put that things, right? PTC A15, right? So this is the username. I want to see the file type. You can see the file type and download file type. I can set as PDF. Then I can put leave it that 1K because 1K is the more logs. So let me see because I haven't logged in it from last. Let me give me remove the filter of this username. I'm basically looking last 5 year how many files are downloading. So you can see the IT user are trying to download the file is quarantine. The reason being that because of this file is, you can see how can basically it identify what rule is impacting, because if you understand the rule it will be easy to confirm the user whoever complaining that my PDF or my I'm unable to download some file. So you maybe ask user to raise the change or raise the exception request, or you can ask to user maybe take a time to allow that create a new rule, right? So at least you understand the file action is quarantine means this file is quarantine because of this is the demo site. I also opened that. I want to understand which rule basically blocking that, right? So let me tell you that category sent to analysis, right? Okay, policy type is interesting. Let me see the policy type because I'm more dealing with policy type. Policy type, right? Okay, is it policy type is there? So let me look up. Basically, policy type is sandboxing. I don't want to deal with sandboxing. Let me put the filter with the policy type because I need to understand the logs policy type, which actually, so I can say, let me take on that way. Policy type, block policy, all, I can say all is okay. Now, policy action, I can say action should be block. I want to see what happened in last. You are filtering webmail, net control, intrusion, healthcare, file type control. Okay. I want to see what happened in last I can say 5 hour, maybe less. So come access at least current day. So let me click. So what I did, I put file type as a file control because we are dealing with file control. Policy we select all, right, and action is block, right? So let me see what happened. Okay, you can see this is the user who is trying to access, right? Access not allowed by this file type. Okay, which rule actually blocking that? So because once you understand the rule, then only you can ask user, right, to allow that rule. So file type control is the policy type which we are actually learning, right? And the more interesting part, I want to see which rule is blocking, right? So you can see as a maybe policy name, something is there, policy name, block policy name. Okay, so I want to see which policy is blocking. You can see block policy name called what is that, general blocking, right? This is the name of the policy. Let me see what is that rule is. If this rule is applicable on my laptop, so I also look up. So I can go under the policy. Under policy I can go under the file type control. Under that I can click on search file type control. You can see the board direction is block, and this is even the PDF is also part of that. You can see. Okay, and this applicable on all. So let me see whether I connected with the VPN or not. Okay, now my laptop is connected with Delhi data center. You can see I connected with ip.zscaler.com. So guys, I will also tell you, so when you want to understand whether user connected with the Zscaler or not, so this is the command ip.zscaler.com. If this give you the output, you are accessing internet via Zscaler cloud, New Delhi data center, right? So because I my nearest location is Delhi, so I connected with Delhi data center, right? So this is my public IP. People are asking, maybe interviewer also ask that question, what is the gateway? Gateway is always your public IP. This is the actually this is the public IP of your Delhi data center. Okay, so you can identify that this is the name of that. You can see DEL1, it means Delhi 1, right? So let me check. Suppose I'm trying to access same website from my laptop, and let me see whether I'm getting any error or not. So let me select policy type, right? Policy type, I can say policy type is file type control, right? File type control action, policy action is block, policy uh, policy, what is that policy name? I can say general, is it? Okay, general sandboxing. Let me see. I also try to download from my laptop, and then I will give you some scenario guys. Okay, so you can see this is the URL which user trying to access and saying that, you can see not allow this access type. Let me access by my left from my laptop. Okay, https type this. Okay, okay, let me try because this one is accessible from my laptop. Let me try this one. Okay, okay, this makes sense. Okay, suppose I'm the user, right? And I'm getting this, right? I'm the user, and I'm raising the complaint. Hello guys, I'm unable to download that exe file because of this error, and this is not allowed because file type is not allowed, right? So I want to understand my log. Suppose I'm the user and you are the Zscaler administrator, so how can troubleshoot? Copy this URL, right? And copy this URL, put it. If you want to see the live logs, right, I can say select from last 5 minutes. You can select the journal block and search it. If you want to, you also use the filter called username, so that you can get it the all dedicated user logs, right? let me wait. Even if I selected 5 minutes, why it take time? Let me refresh that. Okay, go to web insight, selected last 5 minutes, or I can select 15 minutes. Okay, and I will put, let me put my name as the username. So by the PTCA 15, right? This is the username which PTC 15, right? You can see this is the one which I'm using. This is that, you can see. Okay, so let me select that, then select as a policy, right? I can say policy type. Oh my goodness, load up, policy type, file type control, file type control. Okay, then I select policy action or policy name. I can select or leave it that. Let me search. Okay, you can see guys, I'm also, suppose I'm the user, so you quickly get it, right? What is the issue is the file type is not allowed for that user, and I want to understand which rule is blocking, so that you can allow that user to all the above rules, right? So this is the URL which user trying to access, and somebody asked me a question, how you can identify whether user belongs to remote or home, sorry, on the office. So you can see a location. When you see road warrior, means user working from home, right? So this is good position. This is internet URL, right? Now the interesting part, guys, you can see the rule name. This is the general rule, right? So this is the rule. Basically you can see the block rule. If I can drag it, you can see guys, general blocking. So this is the rule which is blocking. So let me conclude that. Okay, I let me back on main screen and increase my font. Okay, so the in conclusion of the call class is file type control always in the ZIA dealing with the particular extension of the file, whether it's a PDF, .exe, .png, .mpv4, any file format you want to block. You can go under file control, and I told the process how can identify, how can allow it, right? So you can use those steps which I confirm to you. So, and guys, if you have still any query, any question, you can drop on comment, and we'll come tomorrow with a new topic. Okay, maybe I will cover SSL handshake or SSL inspection in the Zscaler. So make sure everyone join that, and thank you guys.